In this lecture, I would like to discuss the basic data types for Java language. We call it primitive data type. What is a variable? A variable is a container that you can store data in a variable. So actually, a variable is a data storage location in memory. And in that memory location, you can store your data. And data can be formatted. Right here, I would like to show you an integer. The integer actually has a type that we name it as int, or integer. And also for that variable can have a name. And that name actually is the ID for the variable. And that variable can also hold a value of 100. And physically, in memory, there is a location store that value 100 for this variable count. So basically, there is a type, there is a name, and there is a value. And a variable is a container named count holding a value of 100. Right here, we have 4 different integer types: byte, short, int, and long. Byte has only 1 byte, short has 2 bytes, int has 4 bytes, long has 8 bytes. And we may also have the floating point number or data stored in scientific notation type. We call it floating point number. And there is a higher precision floating point number, we call it double or double precision. The length is twice the length of the floating point number, we call it double. And in Java language, basically int and double are 2 important numerical data types. So right here, we can declare a variable d that is double type holding a value of 10. And then we declare a integer type I, and it was not assigned with any value. And we can actually convert the floating point number in double format to the integer type. But we need to put a typecast operator in front of the variable d and put parentheses over there. And this will convert the double data type variable d into the integer variable I. And there are 7 primitive data types: byte, short, int, long. These 4 types, we call it integer type. And we have float, double. These 2, we call it floating point data types. And 1 unsigned integer type, or people call it character type. Or some people pronounce it as char, C-H-A-R, and it is actually a 16-bit unsigned integer. And these arrows show you the orders of implicit type casting for primitive data type. That means you can convert a data type from the left side to the right side without any type casting operators. And here are the range for the primitive data types. Byte is from -128 to 127, and the size is 1 byte, 8 bits. And you can read these different data types and for their size and their ranges. And there is another data type called Boolean, and that is for logic value, and we will talk about it later. Now, let's look at the examples. The second program we will develop is called data type. We just copy from the first program, Hello World, to here. Now change to Hello to Programming in Java. And starting from here, we will introduce the data types. What is data type? Data type is just like variable in our math. So right here, we can declare an integer, use int, that's for integer, a equals 5, or you can put a variable b but not assigning value to it. This line we call it declaration. The first line is declaration. I declare A is an integer and assign a value 5 to it. But this one, we do not assign anything to it. And then after that, we can assign a value to B using this. Or we can assign C value with A plus B. These 4 lines are all valid. The first line, we declare a variable A and assign a value 5 to it. The second one, we declare but do not assign value to it. And then the third one, we assign a value 3 to B. And the fourth one, we assign A plus B to C. Then we can declare a double variable called W equals 2.53. And then if we want to declare some other number, we can put a comma and put L equals 6.24 and then semicolon. This is for double value, or we call it floating point double precision, or we can also call it real number, that's in math. Double slash means comment. So anything behind this double slash in a line become invalid code. That's useless. So double slash will make it as a comment. So after that, we can try to print out something. We can put A plus this will print out A's number 5 plus B plus 3 equals C. And the double quote is a message. And when there is between a message and the plus sign, that would link together the number and the message and put it as a bigger message. So in this one, we will print out a message with A's value and the message space plus space. And then B's value, that's 3. And then with the space equals space. And then the C number. Similarly, we can also print out something like this. For width, we put a W. And then length, we put L. And then area, we put W times L. Something like this. So we declare 2 types of data. One is integer, one is double type, and double is the real number in math. And we also call it double precision floating point number for double. An integer is represented by int. Let's run it. So the output is like this. Hello to programming in Java. 5 plus 3 equals 8. Width equals 2.53. Length equals 6.24. And area is like this. Thank you.